All right, now we're looking at exercise 5B or 6B if you've got the extension textbook. We're talking about lots of different problems with trigonometry, right angle trigonometry only, in this exercise. And when lots of the focus is going to be on angles of elevation and depression, which you guys are fine with, and bearings, which some of you guys were not fine with last year. So I'm just going to look through a bearings question. This question is actually from the question bank for standard mathematics, but it's a good one for us to look at. So we've got point C due east of point A. The bearing of B from A is north 22 degrees east. Now, when they say north 22 degrees east, I'm going to copy this. That means that from A, if we drew a little north, south, east, west thing, north, south, east, west thing, rosette, thank you, then the angle from north heading east is 22 degrees. If that angle's 22, what would this angle in here be? 90 take 22, which I believe is 68. Okay, what other pieces of information have they given us? The bearing of C from B is south 68 degrees east. So it's from B. So we're going to start off at B. We're going to put our little north, south, east, west in. I always like to do these different colours, and I recommend using different colours. So this is north, south, east, west. And they're saying it's south 68 degrees east. So that's from south. You're going 68 degrees towards east. Okay, if that's 68 degrees, what would this outside angle be? 90 take 68, 22 degrees again. And they're saying the distance between A and B is 22 kilometres. And we want to explain why this angle up here, orange, they want to know why this angle up here is 90 degrees. Well, I'm going to say, you remember our Z's. This north and this south, they're parallel. Which means this angle here is 22, which means this angle here, here is also 22. So I would say the bearing from B to A starts at south, goes 22 degrees west. Now, that angle plus the 68, 22 plus 68 equals 90 degrees. Therefore, angle ABC is 90 degrees. Find the distance between A and B. Well, that means I read the question wrong. A and B is, that's 42, not 22. Distance between A and B is 42. Find the distance between checkpoint A and checkpoint B. That's a really badly written question because they've already told us. Yeah, what on earth? I'm going to change this to A and C. Okay, now that's A and C, this is a much harder question. Love it. I'm going to draw this triangle again, but I'm going to draw it in two halves. I don't think I've drawn it correctly. I'm going to steal this triangle again. But this time, I'm going to draw it, I'm going to split it in half. I'm going to have a line running straight down from B. If I can. There we go. I'm going to have a line going straight down from B. So this angle in here is 22. And this angle in here was 68. We know this angle here is 68. We know this length is 42 kilometres. Now, I want to find all the way across here. But it's going to be easier if I find this distance first. This distance I'm going to call x. So if I have a look at that triangle with x in it, then I've essentially x 42 and this is 68. I can find x because I know this is right angle because that was going directly south. So I can find x because it's cos 68 equals x on 42. So x equals 42 cos 68, which is, yeah, I don't know why I just stared at my iPad without getting my calculator out. 42 cos 68, 15.73. Now, I now want to find this one. So I've got another triangle. Oh, let me get rid of this next question. I've got another triangle. So that was A and B. Got another triangle here. C and B. And I want to know this distance, and I know that this angle at the top is 68. Do I have enough information about this triangle yet? I don't. What I can do is find this height, y, which is also here, which is the same here. That's the same line every time. Now if I want to find y, then I could have done sine 68 equals y over 42. So y equals 42 sine 68, which is 42 sine 68. 38.94 kilometres. Now I do have enough information to find this side length, and I'm going to call that D, because tan 68 equals opposite over adjacent. So D equals 38.94 tan 68, which is, answer tan 68, 96.38 kilometres. So the distance from A to D equals x plus D, which gives me 15.73 plus 98.38, which is 112.11 kilometres. And that's kind of as hard as these questions get. They get a lot more abstract, frankly.